What if the reason your prayers feel delayed, your relationships feel strained, or your peace feels unstable isn't because God is silent, but because of the words you speak every day? What if God already placed wisdom in your heart, but the outcome you're praying for is waiting on something deeper? The way you use your tongue? Today, we're uncovering a biblical truth most people ignore: why careless words destroy progress, and how righteous speech determines whether life flows or stops. We will discuss it by chapter. Stay with me until the very end, because I'll share a lesson from Scripture that could completely change how you speak, how you pray, and how you influence others. And it's the one truth that separates those who speak with power from those whose words quietly work against them. Let's begin with this scripture. Chapter 1. The Foundation of Righteous Speech. Proverbs 18:20 says this: "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit." That verse may sound intense, but it's honest. The Bible never treats words as small things. It treats them as forces. God spoke the world into existence. Jesus calmed storms with words. And Scripture reminds us that our words follow the same principle on a smaller scale, but with real consequences. Righteous speech isn't about sounding religious. It's about speaking words that align with truth, wisdom, and God's heart. Your mouth is not neutral. It's either releasing life or inviting damage. And this truth becomes clearer as we move forward, so stay with me. Chapter 2. Why careless speech brings destruction. Many people don't speak with intention. They speak with emotion. Anger speaks, fear speaks, pride speaks, frustration speaks. But the Bible warns us. Proverbs 13:3 says, "Whoever guards his mouth preserves his life, but he who opens wide his lips comes to ruin." Notice this. The danger isn't speaking. The danger is unguarded speech. Careless words damage trust. Negative confessions weaken faith. Harsh speech breaks relationships faster than actions ever could. And now, let's make this real with our first life example. Chapter 3. Life example. Words that cost more than we think. Imagine Mark, a hard-working employee with great skill. But when pressure rises, his words change. He complains. He speaks negatively about leadership. He vents without wisdom. Over time, opportunities pass him by not because he lacks talent, but because his words reveal a heart that isn't guarded. Meanwhile, someone less gifted but respectful, calm, and careful with speech earns trust and promotion. What we've learned so far is this: your words don't just express who you are, they decide how far you go. Proverbs 21:23 says, "Whoever keeps his mouth and his tongue keeps himself out of trouble." And this lesson only gets deeper. Chapter 4. Even spiritual speech requires righteousness. Here's something many believers misunderstand. Spiritual language does not equal righteous speech. You can quote Scripture, pray loudly, speak confidently, and still use your tongue in ways that dishonor God. Jesus warned in Matthew 12:36, "Everyone will have to give account on the day of judgment for every empty word they have spoken." That means God listens not only to what we say, but why we say it. Let's look at real life again. Chapter 5. Let's take a look at this example again. When words undermine calling. Picture Paul, a believer who serves faithfully but constantly speaks negatively. They pray for breakthrough but speak doubt. They ask God for peace, but release fear through their words. Over time, their own speech becomes a barrier. Luke 6:45 explains it clearly. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Your tongue reveals what rules your heart. And God is always more concerned with the heart than the performance. This teaches us something powerful. Righteous speech is evidence of spiritual maturity. Chapter 6. Silence is sometimes righteous speech. Here's the truth. many don't expect. Not every truth needs to be spoken immediately. Not every opinion needs a voice. Proverbs 17:28 says, "Even fools are thought wise if they keep silent." Righteous speech includes knowing when to speak, when to pause, when silence protects more than words ever could. Silence guided by wisdom is not weakness. Its strength is under control. So here's the truth I promised you earlier, the one that changes how you speak, pray, and live. James 1:19 reminds us, everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Many people speak quickly because of emotion, but righteous speech flows from restraint. Words that give life are chosen carefully. Words that heal are spoken prayerfully. Words that honor God are guided by wisdom. So let me ask you, what kind of fruit are your words producing? Life or death? Peace or division? Faith or fear? Reflect and meditate on this message. If you can relate to it, comment below. From now on, I will be slow to speak. If this message spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video so it reaches others. Share it with someone who needs wisdom today. Subscribe to Wisdom Thought and ring the notification bell so you never miss a message that strengthens faith and discernment. Also, if this touched something deep within you, I encourage you to watch a related video about how God speaks in silence, gaining strength when you feel like giving up, and how to keep believing even when everything falls apart. If this is where you are right now, that inspiration is for you. I've placed the link in the description. May the Lord guard your heart and your tongue. Stay wise, stay intentional, and stay blessed. See you in the next one.